Hello and happy Saturday. Today, we're super excited to bring a new free AI resource to every single person who is either watching the live recording or the archived version of this video. This is a tool that Shane and I, mostly Shane, have been working really hard at to essentially take your UGC business and your creative strategy business to the next level as far as income goes. Now, a huge pain point that most creators face or creative contractors face, they get to a certain point in their business where they hit a wall as far as their bandwidth goes. We only have 24 hours in a day, and ultimately it comes down to working smarter, not harder. And I think that this AI tool really encapsulates that. And I know that Shane will do it more justice than myself because he really is the brains behind it.
Oh,
And a
please.
huge reason why I'm so happy to have him on as a co-founder of UGC Social now, also my better half. But yeah, I'll hand it off to Shane so he can take it from here, walk you guys through it, and also just just like share his insight with this, because it really is. This isn't just a tool. I
Well,
believe that every UGC creator and creative strategist should have this
100%.
in their toolbox.
I feel like AI has changed so much, even in the last, obviously this year, 2023, it's become pretty prevalent. But, we started our community with a little tool called UGC Buddy. And we used an external third-party source that used ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo, which is like the old model. It's the default model when you don't have Pro for ChatGPT, and it's not that it's dumber; it's actually faster and cheaper, but it comes with caveats. And like, obviously, a lot of people were trying to get it to do stuff, and it just was like, I don't have enough information. I'm, I'm incapable of answering this question, and it got frustrating to watch all these queries happen live in our Discord. And so Kelly and I have been kind of just waiting, thinking about how do we make this better? How do we do something else? And then, as time has gone on over this year, we've not only
You're good. I turned off my
the
camera.
cat's meowing. Mr. Man, over the year, ChatGPT 4 has come out, and now with the new release of being able to have custom agents in ChatGPT, where you can share your prompts and you can share a lot of the tool set has become much more extensive now, where I can create an agent with specific references, specific information, and now we can all use it. And that's what we made. And this has only been possible for the last week, since the OpenAI Dev Day that happened like a week ago. So this is brand new. And so I'm going to show you a little bit under the hood. I'm going to show you how to use this tool. And then I'm also going to show you not only how you can make prompts for yourself, but even just show you under the hood how to create your own agent if we have time. And you could create your own UGC agents like this one. And you could even do it per client. You could get really creative with it. You can really adjust these to fit however you need them. So I'm super excited to share this. And yeah.
Also, before we get started, Shane, for anyone that really, because like for me, I think of someone like me who hears what you say and they're like, "Ooh, this sounds cool," but like, what makes this unique or what makes this special? So they launched
Right.
something last week that now makes this, I would say, arguably the first of its kind, right? As far as if it came out a week ago, I mean, there might be someone else that did this so far,
Sure.
but
Well, and my hope is that you can build your own after watching this. So obviously use ours, and we're going to keep adding prompts to it. And I've been using AI for a while now, and I've learned a lot of secrets for, I don't say secrets sounds pretentious, more just like hacks that just help you get the right results. And I feel like sometimes it can be You can look at AI as a barrier to you getting more work, or you could see, that maybe the responses aren't good enough. But the way we've designed these prompts is that they help you do your best work, and they do the heavy lifting for you.
Yeah.
But they don't do your job. And that's the way you should always think about this stuff for now, is it really can enable you, and you got to be an early adopter for this stuff, or else you'll get left behind. But not to scare you out of it. This is just, you're going to love this. And
Yeah.
I really want you to be able to come away with this, from this, and say, not only am I going to use this tool, but I kind of want to make my own tool. So I think you'll be pleasantly surprised how easy it is. And you'll learn a little bit about prompt engineering too, which sounds crazy, but it's just, being able to phrase things the right way.
Awesome.
Cool. Let's get started.
And of course, don't be afraid to send any questions over as we go through this if anyone ends up having any questions.
I'm just going to make the banner, get started at ugcbuddy.com. We got the domain. Everybody loves a good domain.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want this. I want the one that goes at the bottom.
Oh, I think it looks nice.
But it goes in the way of your face. I want to be able to see your face too. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Okay, so can everybody see? I'm gonna actually, I'm just gonna edit this real quick so it goes like that. Okay, there you go. Great. So first, to get started, you're gonna go to ugcbuddy.com, and yes, there is an email capture, but once you get through that, you'll go right to it. It's free. You just get automatic access to it. Or if you're already in our community, there's a link and you don't have to submit your email again. So feel free to use that link directly. Great. So you'll submit your email, hit get started, and you'll be taken into ChatGPT, and you'll see a new I call these agents. I'm not actually sure what the term they're calling them for. My GPTs. It's not that catchy, but I'm sure they'll figure something out. So you can create your own. They have a bunch of different versions that they've created. But once you hit that link, you'll automatically be added to UGC Buddy. So it'll always be there whenever you go to ChatGPT. And I believe you need GPT Pro for this. So if you don't have that, I highly recommend it. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. But you do need that, I believe, to use these.
And it would be considered a business expense. So just keep your receipts. So you may as well.
So what you'll see here are 4 ready-made prompts here, which we've designed to do a few different things. And each one will help you essentially facilitate your ability to do these things. They might not do all the work for you, but it'll do a lot of the work. And it involves a little, there's a process to these things, but I'll go through each one. So the first one that I've seen everybody use UGC Buddy in the Discord for is writing a script. It's painstaking. I don't want to do it. It seems repetitive sometimes. You're like, my creative juices just aren't flowing. I haven't had my coffee. Where's my coffee? So, all right. Let's go to UGC Buddy. Help me write a high converting script for UGC ad. Great. So what you're going to see here is there's a little bit more behind the prompt. And obviously it's going to start writing, but I just like to focus for now on, I'm going to pause this real quick. I'd like to focus on what the prompt is doing, because I think that helps you understand what's going on here. So I asked, please create a UGC script for a specific brand or product. Begin by asking me a few basic questions to gain context on the brand, product, and the objectives of the script. So this is a key part of, here, I'm going to even just edit this so everything's all laid out a little nicer.
Oh yeah, that was something that I was going to ask if you can do it.
Well, so what bothers me is when you write these prompts, you can't you can't format them
Oh.
in the so that's why it looks like that. Trust me, my design senses are tingling, to say the least. But I'll edit this while we're doing it. Write a high converting script for UGC ad. Please. So this first line here, the key to any prompts is that you have to give it information, right? Like you can't expect it to know everything. It won't know everything. There's so much data going on. It's impossible to expect it to um, know exactly what you're talking about in the context. So context is important. The first step for any prompt is ask it to ask you questions. I know that's like a whole nother step, but it's important because then it understands, okay, these are, oh my gosh, Olive, please. It will ask you the right questions so it can do the job effectively. So the first step for any good prompt is you have to have it ask you questions first, and you have to answer those questions. Then I asked, after understanding my requirements, conduct research on the brand to formulate potential script concepts. Great. So that would be step 2. So my step 2 is after you understand more about my answers, conduct research on your own, which ChatGPT is now able to do. It's able to surf the web and do research for you. So conduct research on the brand to formulate potential script concepts. Once I confirm the direction, please write a performance-driven direct response ad. This script should be engaging and tailored to effectively communicate the brand's message and encourage viewer response. After you've written the script, ask me if I have feedback or want to finalize it. Okay, so that is another step that I'm telling it. Okay, like once we get to that point, ask me if I have feedback or I want to finalize it. Because then once you create that finalization step where you say, okay, I want to finalize it, you can have it produce an output. So in this case, if I ask you to finalize it, please share a document of the script and supplementary information for me to download. Make sure the script is formatted in a table with audio on one side and visuals on the other. So part of ChatGPT 4 is there's something you might have seen. It's called a code analyzer, data analyzer. Actually, what that allows it to do is produce files. And they're pretty rudimentary files. They're not like, it's not going to look like, a PowerPoint or anything, but you can get it to output a document file that goes right into Google Docs, right into Word. So that finalization step is the last step. Okay. So now that you kind of get that, I'm going to submit this prompt again, and let's go through the steps together.
And really quickly, Shane, before you go any further, for anyone that's watching this part that Shane walked through is automated. So you're not
Right.
writing it. It just comes with this agent that
Right.
we have, UGC.
I'm showing you behind the hood. That's not,
Yeah.
you don't have to do anything. You just press that button and it goes. But I'm showing you the steps that we're going to go
Yeah.
through. And all of them kind of have a similar format. So I won't go too deep on all the other ones, but I'll show you that they all kind of have a similar format. And that's just best practices for writing prompts. Great. To create a customized UGC ad script, I need some basic information about the brand and product. Could you please provide the answers to the following questions? Okay. Number 1, brand name and product. Kelly, give me a brand name.
Ooh, okay. Jouer Cosmetics.
Ooh, how do you spell Jouer?
Jouer.
E-R.
And do cosmetics because
cosmetics.
just so they're, the O is capitalized.
Cool. And then is there a specific product that we should be thinking about or no?
Hold on one second. Let me pull it up. It's been a minute since I worked on them. They used to be my agency client. Let's see. Give me one second.
It could just be general, like, could even be like a segment of their products, like a eyeliner or something.
Tinted lip oil.
Okay. Specifically tinted lip oil. Great. That's enough information. Target audience. Who's the target audience for this? I assume young women.
Yes.
I don't need to go any further. Key features and benefits. What are the most important features, benefits that should be highlighted? Can you think of any just off the top of your head that you think would be important?
So it's hydrating.
Hydrating.
And then it also is non-sticky
Non-sticky.
and nourishing.
Ooh, and nourishing. You'll be full after you use this makeup.
Oh,
Completely satiated. So
kissability in a
another point I
bottle.
just wanted to add is that you could theoretically, if you're like, I'm so lazy, I don't even want to look at the website, you could write there, please find out for me. Because the next step is a research phase. So if you're like, I don't really know what to specify, I could write, please research. So maybe I'll do that for one of these other ones. So like unique selling points. I'll say, please research. I'm not actually sure what's unique about it. 5, tone and style. What tone and style should the ad have? What do you think the brand, from your memory, kind of was going for tone wise?
I would say like fun
Fun.
and relatable.
Love it. 6, call to action. Is there specific action? What specific action do you want viewers to take after watching the ad?
Shop now, but specifically with their Black Friday preview sale.
Nice. And then 7, any specific requirements or limitations? So it should probably be like less than 30 seconds. It should be formatted for TikTok and Instagram Reels. It's probably good, right?
Mhm.
All right, cool. So we'll submit that. And so now you'll see it says doing research, searching Jouer Cosmetics tinted lip oil features and unique selling points. It's
Nice.
visiting the website. Sometimes it takes a while, but this time it did pretty good. Based on the information provided, the research conducted, I've gathered key details about Jouer Cosmetic tinted lip oil that will inform the script creation. This product offers a hydrating, non-sticky, and nourishing experience with a glass-like shine. It's vegan, cruelty-free, and free from fragrance. Key ingredients include apricot oil, jojoba seed oil, vitamin E, grape seed oil, hyaluronic acid, maxi lip, and shea butter, each contributing to lip health and appearance. And it gives you sources. So if you want to double check,
Ooh.
you could. I'll now proceed to create a performance-driven direct response UGC ad script tailored for TikTok and Instagram Reels, targeting young women and highlighting the product's benefits, blah, 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 blah. So it's basically saying, is this, this research phase is also to make sure, is it looking up the right product too? Sometimes there's things with same names and then it does the wrong research. And you could be like, no, I'm actually talking about this specifically. So, okay, it's got everything down. I'll say, let's proceed.
This is so exciting.
I know. This is great. Technology is amazing. Great. Here's the proposed concept for the UGC ad script featuring Jouer Cosmetic tinted lip oil. The ad will showcase a young woman experiencing the transformational benefits of the tinted lip oil. It will start with a playful, attention-grabbing scene where she's frustrated with her dull, dry lips. She'll then discover the tinted lip oil, apply it effortlessly, and instantly notice the nourishing effects and glossy finish. The ad will end with her showing off her vibrant, moisturized lips, expressing excitement, and directing viewers to take advantage of the Black Friday preview sale.
Ooh.
Does this concept align with your vision? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's pretty great. Let's do it. So let's see. Fantastic. I'll write the detailed UGC ad script for Jouer Cosmetic tinted lip oil and share it with you in a document formatted for TikTok and Instagram Reels. So one thing I'm going to do over here in the side is I don't have Word, but I do have Google Docs. So I'm going to just go to Google Docs really quick. And I am going to upload the output to my Google Docs. You can download the script from the following link. Sweet. So I'm going to download the file. And then I'm going to go to Google Docs. I'm going to do open. I'm going to upload, and I'm just going to drag in
Oh, I didn't know
the
you could
doc.
do that.
Yeah, I know. It's great. Great. So now we have our Jouer Cosmetics Tinted Lip Oil UGC ads script. So let's see. Visuals. Scene shows a young woman looking at her dull, dry lips in the mirror with a frown. Why do my lips always look so dry and lifeless? She rummages through her bag looking frustrated. What's this? Jouer's tinted lip oil. Her expression changes to excitement as she finds the tinted lip oil. Let's see if this works. Close up of the product being applied smoothly with the plush wand. Wow, it feels so light. Look at that shine. She admires her lips in the mirror, now vibrant and glossy. No stickiness, just hydration, nourishment. Perfect giggles. Oh, God.
Even giggles.
So this script is like not great. It's okay.
No,
But
I think it's oh, sorry.
but
Well, I was
no,
gonna
no.
say yes, you go.
Oh, so I was just gonna say is it could be better, right? So let's improve it. So we go,
Yeah.
okay, um, let's make sure to include um it definitely like so if we look at this, I don't think the hook is probably okay, right? What do you think? The hook's okay.
So, I
What
think
would be your advice here?
so you can do one of 2 things. You can obviously give feedback to the agent to reprompt it, or you can personally build off the hook.
Right,
That's
right.
sometimes what I like to do. So, it's really just, like, depending
I'm just
on,
saying
like,
for the sake
example
of
sake.
giving feedback,
Yep.
let
Yeah.
what would be your feedback if someone sent you this script? That's what I'm getting at.
So, I think the part that kinda gets me is, like, her being shocked that she has the Jouer tinted lip oil and is like, "Oh, what's this? I don't know
Yeah.
where this came from. It was just."
Why is she
Yeah.
shocked she had it? She should be a champion of it instead.
Yeah. So it's like, I would even say feedback in the sense of she discovered it on TikTok or something.
She should brag about discovering it on TikTok. Cool. That's good. I think it's also missing it's missing social proof. Sure to add social proof. And I'll even ask it, maybe you can research some social proof on the product. And then last, that's probably good. Let's maybe get rid of the giggles.
No giggles.
Oops, giggles. Okay, so that's probably good. I'll say, here's my feedback.
And
Or
this
say,
would be
I'll
cool because
actually,
I haven't given feedback yet to it.
no, I'm going to.
No, no, I'm saying this is great for me because 'cause I'm even
Oh,
learning.
yeah.
I haven't given feedback to
Oh,
it.
yeah. So actually, the way I'm going to phrase this is I'm going to think about, okay, I'd like to, before it exports another document, because I don't want to go upload another document, I'm going to say, please go over the feedback below and conduct any necessary research. Oops. Before we continue. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Cool. So it's probably going to be researching, reviews and social proof, which is good, especially in makeup. There could be awards or something that we could utilize.
Ooh, interesting. They're searching on other sites for social proof.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
so
And
cool.
it'll give links to it. Based on your feedback, I'll revise the Scriptwriting Cosmetic Tinted Lip Oil UGC ad, incorporating your suggestions. Social proof from actual users showcasing the popularity and effectiveness of the lip oil.
Nice.
The giggles will be removed to maintain a more mature and confident tone.
Oh, it
I'll
added
now proceed
giggles
with
because I said fun.
right, fun, and so it's like, oh, giggles. Where did this lip oil come from? I must have bought this while I was high in bed or something. TikTok shop really got me this time.
It's just surprisingly just showed up.
Yeah, so funny. Okay, so I do have to download it again. All right, I'm gonna open, upload. It's probably a better way to do this, actually. Honestly, having a Word on my computer would be better. Okay,
Same.
so it looked like it messed these up. But we'll just get rid of that. Oops. Delete arrows. Okay, hey there, TikTok. Okay, so this is our audio and video. So let me just make sure I have that down. Audio, video. Hey there,
Ew, hate
TikTok
the
fam.
TikTok fam.
Yeah, I do not like that.
Like, honestly, it's not a terrible starting point though, because something that I've done for UGC concepts is I'll actually start the video as if I am like a beauty influencer who's like, okay, you guys know last time that I talked about like my favorite skincare products. Well, now I want to talk about lip care because you guys know I'm all about that life. So I
Yeah,
feel like there is an aspect of like reprompting it and then also tailoring it based on also your conscious knowledge of previous
totally.
projects.
I also think like, yeah, exactly what you said. Like sometimes also I feel like for this one, for some reason it feels not as great, but like some of the shots do give you some ideas of like, okay, I should probably do a close up here. Um, it's definitely really good at picking up like um value props and like I love the like actual customer quotes are great. Like I feel like this is pretty good. Um, but yeah, you just got to make it your own too.
Because
So
like even for me, I will even without before we had UGC Buddy, when I would prompt ChatGPT for like iterations on top performing headlines, the headlines it provides are like a majority of the times those aren't the ones I'm literally using verbatim, but
right.
it's like the ones that they suggest, I'll interchange them, I'll adjust them, and then those are like that's where the gold is, I feel. But it's like how do you get to that point in the brainstorm? You need that support from the AI.
Yep. So maybe we have some script ideas and we play around with it. We figure out what it is. You know, you can obviously go back into and like, something I do all the time is I go back to the top and I go, okay, I need more information here. Like I need better like context of like formatting, or I notice it keeps going in a certain direction. Let's go back and make sure that it's not using like overly internet slang, or it's making sure that please always use the direct response formula, even though it's trained on that. Sometimes it gets distracted by something else that was said. So it's always good to reiterate things. So I'm going to go back to UGC Buddy and I'm going to show you some of the other ones. So say, the hook wasn't very strong. I need some hook ideas.
Ooh.
So let's go write 20 UGC hooks for brand or product. As you can see here, there's a prompt behind the hood that's specifically training this. And you can see it's even using a PDF that we have for 101 hooks for UGC content. So it's using those references as well for top performing hooks. So it's going to ask me a few questions. Great, I'm ready to help you craft engaging UGC hooks for your brand or product. To get started, I have two key questions. Could you please tell me the name of the brand or product you'd like to create UGC hooks for? So we'll do Jouer
Yep.
Cosmetics. Specifically the tinted lip oil.
Yes.
And who's the target audience for this brand? Will be younger women on TikTok.
Ooh.
So it's going to do the same process. It's going to pull in information. You know, and another tactic too is like when you do these like contextual phase of, oh, that's right. For the hooks, it just goes straight into it. Because there's not that much research that needs to be done.
Ooh.
And honestly, I think Kelly and I, when we've used the hooks, it's been probably the best feature, is because it's really good at combining a value prop into like an existing proven hook.
Oh yeah, hooks and headlines, because
It's
for us,
great.
like I do a lot of creative strategy for statics and GIFs for my clients,
Yep.
and it helps take those top performing headlines and iterate on them and further like create further winnings.
So why don't you read these? I just gotta go grab my coffee real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, okay, guys, I just found a lip oil that actually keeps my lips soft all day, no more dryness. That sounds legit. All right. Ever tried a lip oil? Ever tried a lip oil that's not sticky? I am obsessed with this one from Jouer. Very cool. Okay. I'm like reading it as if I'm like on camera right now. Okay. I love natural gloss, and this tinted lip oil is my new go-to. I wouldn't personally say hashtag glowing, but I would say, like, look at it. It's glowing. This lip oil is like hydration heaven on your lips. Seriously, it's a game changer. I would probably tweak that one a little bit and be like, this is the most hydrating lip oil I have ever used. Seriously, my lips have never felt this hydrated before. Something like that. Okay, so I found this amazing lip oil and it's vegan and cruelty free. Love that for us. Kind of like that because it is kind of like the TikTok slang right there. Love that for us.
That's funny.
Let's see. Oh my God, finally, a lip oil without that weird fragrance. This one is a total winner. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm all about the glass-like shine. Check out this lip oil that I've been using. So this lip oil has grapeseed oil and vitamin E, which is super nourishing. So I would just adjust it
Totally.
to like, it's basically like for me, what I like to do, even when I get a script from a client, is I like to tweak it to make it just sound as natural as possible coming out of my mouth. So that's definitely, these are so good. Let's see.
Like, I like this one. Like, I've got a secret to fuller looking lips.
Yes, that one's good.
That's a great one.
Yes. Here's my secret for fuller looking lips. This amazing tinted lip oil from Joy Cosmetics. Say goodbye to fine lines on lips with this hydrating lip oil. It is a must try. I swear, I feel like we literally used a headline like this when Joy was my client at my former agency. Who else loves a pop of color without the stickiness? This lip oil is everything. These are so good. I just found the best lip oil for a non-glossy natural look. You need to try it. This lip oil is like a mini spa treatment for your lips. It's so luxurious. You know what's funny is this sounds like such, that line reminds me of one of my clients. I swear maybe they use ChatGPT for their hooks. If you're into clean beauty, you'll love this vegan lip oil I've been using. Solid. Calling out directly, like specifically when we think of targeting demographics, that is literally calling out a sub demographic that Jway is trying to connect to. People who are invested in purchasing clean beauty products. And when they're invested in purchasing clean beauty products, a lot of the times this customer is either okay with investing the money, even if maybe they're limited with a budget, or they actually have a higher income. Therefore, they are a higher value customer for reoccurring. So it's like, that's a group that you really want to target. So I love that you're like essentially calling out that customer. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Oh, nice. 16. This tinted lip oil is my new obsession. Perfect for a subtle everyday look. Who knew lip care could feel this good? This lip oil is a total game changer. I'm all about that hydrating glow, and this lip oil delivers. That's how I would say it. Just found the perfect lip oil that doesn't feel. Just found the perfect lip oil that doesn't feel heavy or sticky. It is a dream. This lip oil has completely transformed my lip care routine. It is a must-have. These are solid.
They're really good. I mean, and you can like, for instance, like as a creative strategist, Kelly will often give alternate hooks for, reads. Like you want all
Yeah,
these alternate reads, and it's like, dude, how do I come up with 20 alternate reads? Like you like literally need an AI to write them all because you're
for
just
sure.
thinking we just have to test a bunch of stuff. So let's just go at it with
Yes, like, one of my
um
clients, I literally provided 32 alternate hooks to creators.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So I just want to jump into the next one. So I'm really excited about this one specifically because I think there's a lot of opportunity here. I will say I don't know if it's 100% there yet or it's always going to work for you, but it's kind of a nice um, check to see if maybe there's an opportunity. So it's turn the latest TikTok trends into ads for my brand. So before it goes, I'm just going to show you a little bit under the hood here what it's doing. So it says, please first ask me about what brand or industry I'm looking to make an ad for, and some lifestyle information that help you search for trends. Then use that information to research the latest TikTok trends on the following sites. So these specific sites I found were the best at. They were made by companies that have like enough money to support an ongoing blog, so it's not like they're ending anytime soon or they're going to stay up to date. But they're constantly updating the latest trends into a like reoccurring format that I think would be helpful for ChatGPT to read, where it's not,
Ooh.
because ChatGPT can't always read all the way down the page. So in this case, like, sorry, excuse me. So like for this one, this is probably the best one. It's always at the top. So whatever ChatGPT, as far as it gets down the page, it'll be whatever's the most new. So in this case, it does like the top trends for November, right? So bird's eye view. Um, it's going to look at these, and the other sites are similar to that. There's one called Exploding Topics, and then Envato has a pretty good blog with different stuff like that. So I had it look at these references and then digest these into tailored UGC concepts. Do not set examples that rely on copyrighted music or CapCut templates because you can't use those for ads, or you shouldn't use them for ads. I actually don't know if that's 100% true, but I definitely the copyrighted music, but the CapCut templates, I'm pretty sure you can't be using for ads.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this. I need to look into
Like you
that
could do like
because
maybe some of the templates, but not the ones where it's like using obviously like other IP, where
yeah.
it's like a Homer Simpson cutout. Like you can't do that, you know? Okay, absolutely. I'd like to help you craft UGC concepts for latest trends, brand or industry. Let's do the beauty industry or cosmetics, younger, TikTok. We'll do men and women. Key brand messages.
Um,
Like for researching topics, I don't know if there's anything important.
do we, like,
Oh,
reference, like,
because it'll
what's
turn it
Reddit?
into concepts. So we'd say like maybe we do say women since it's primarily women, and we say clean beauty.
Yeah, I also have, like, a headline if you wanted it.
I think it's better to give it less context in this case because I
Gotcha.
want it to pull the trending concepts. But we can do that after. Current marketing goals. We'll say this is an awareness campaign for Jouer Cosmetics. Cool. So it's going to look through some stuff. Sometimes it only just does one website, and then afterwards, I think it's important to remember the other ones and then ask it to explore the other sites as well, or do its own research.
Mm.
Is everyone enjoying this live? Is this helpful? If you have any questions, you can ask anytime.
So Mark asked a good question. He had said, are there other tools for AI that I should be using? I know you've talked about Premiere Pro and UGC Buddy and ChatGPT Plus. I'm writing a list. So Premiere Pro is a great video editing tool. I'm realizing my face is covered. Is a great video editing tool. As far as AI goes, I know we went over two last week. I can't remember, Mark, if you were on it or not. It wasn't last week. It was the week before. It was runway.ai, where it uses AI technology to take a normal video recording and enabling the green screen effect. So it literally turns any video into what is like green screen effect. So Runway AI is great. And so is Descript. Yeah, Descript is auto captioning, and there are tons of options. And it's great because for me, I do also long form video content for my clients. And so imagine having to like manually close caption like a 4-minute video. That sounds terrible. So Descript is great. So Descript, Runway AI, and then Shane, what do you have any others?
Those are like the big ones. I don't know if there's anything else that's really going to help you at this point. Obviously, UGC Buddy, but you already know that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I specifically can think of, but let me think on it. Those are really the best ones. We've done some other examples like Opus Clip and stuff, but it's kind of the same as Descript.
11 Labs.
Oh, 11 Labs. Wow, that's one that you have
We should actually do a full-blown training on it, to be honest.
Yeah, we should. 11 Labs is wild.
So I'm going to send this link over. So 11 Labs is great because, like, say, for example, you have a client who is like, oh, can you actually say this instead of this? You can literally throw a video of you talking and it will use AI to mimic your voice.
Hold on. I'm just going to show you real quick.
Yeah, 11 Labs is awesome.
Let's see. I think this one's my voice. I'm almost positive this is my voice. So sometimes you need a pickup. So like in traditional film, there's something called ADR or pickups, which mean like you did a voiceover or you recorded something and you need the like to change a word or something like Kelly had mentioned. So like in this case, I'm going to go to like one of these scripts. I'm going to say, or what was the good one that we liked? The if you're into clean beauty.
I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it? Wait, hold on.
No. You can actually try it out for free. I'm pretty sure I haven't done the upgraded version yet.
I thought I can
It's okay. We'll do this for another training.
We'll do this for another training.
11 Labs, check it out. Highly recommend it from like an audio AI perspective.
So anyway, definitely recommend that. Catherine Brianna said 11 Labs is amazing. I'm actually incorporating my personal organic social strategy for voiceover content. Game changer.
That's awesome.
Clone your own voice and use it to do voiceovers ad nauseum.
Yep.
Like it's great. It's cheap. It's really not expensive.
Yep.
Which is amazing for what you're getting.
And this is just like a great reminder too of like how do not be afraid of AI. It really is such an incredible tool to just help us as creatives and creators to get so much more done. Like it's a very exciting time to
honestly, if there's anything we've learned from this training, AI is actually pretty stupid. It needs you to do all the work, but like it's going to do the like hard, like writing a whole script. Like it takes time, but then you go in and you go, okay, this is dumb. No giggles. Like we're changing this. So you're really doing a lot of the brain work too. So it's a symbiotic relationship. But let's go through these trends. So it looks like it only went through, if I look at the links, it only went through later.com. So let's just keep that in mind if we don't like these. So first up, Kelly, I'm going to pitch you these concepts. Bird's eye view dance party. Film a fun dance-filled video from a bird's eye view showcasing Jouer cosmetic products. This could involve a group of friends getting ready for a night out with a focus on the makeup application process.
So I'm not saying it can't be used as an ad, but I feel like this would be a great concept for an organic social post. I actually just saw it for the first time on one of my TikTok feeds recently. If I didn't see it yesterday, I actually wouldn't know what this trend was. But I think it's really cool. I think from an organic social standpoint, it makes more sense.
2, get hype with makeovers. Start with a calm pose showcasing a natural look, then transition to an upbeat hype scene revealing a glamorous transformation using Jouer products. I feel like that's pretty standard. I don't know if that's a trend, but
Well, I'd be curious, the sighting, what does that show?
so let's see. Bird's eye trend. What is this one? Get hype. So dust off your dancing shoes and grab a friend or two. This trend is simple. In the opening chords, the lights are on and you'll either strike a calm pose or dance move. Then in the next clip, the lights are off, your friends shine. So let's see. Oh, this is the...
Oh, how funny.
That's pretty cool.
Aw. It's so cute. Oh, look at the
The little doggy butt. That's great. That's a great one. And you couldn't
going
hear the
through
music?
them just because I think the ones that ChatGPT suggested, just so I can take into account so I can choose which one I would choose.
Oh, okay, cool. Glam reveal to one of your girls. A series of glamorous reveals or outfits of the night. OOTN.
Outfit of
Outfits
the
of the
night.
night. Oh, videos featuring Jouer cosmetics. This trend aligns perfectly with beauty and fashion-focused content. So let's see. This is all on the same. I can just keep the same tab open. So one of the girls.
Ooh, I feel like that could be cool because I know that even when I worked for Jouer, I had told them about how obviously we should incorporate having like men as well in their campaigns
Yeah,
just
totally.
for tapping into an untapped market, just because they haven't done UGC ads. So I feel like that could definitely be a creative
I feel
take.
like you could also, if you wanted to imitate like a trend that does have like a lip sync, you could do like an artless song with vocals and just
Yeah.
try and get something that's kind of close and do a lip sync to that, and people might be like, oh yeah, that's such, I guess it, like at first the hook would be like, oh, this seems very organic.
Yeah. Also, the last two trends are great. Or was it the last two? This one specifically, and also like anyone that gives the opportunity to show like a very quick before and after. Something that we did at my last company I worked for full time was we would actually leverage TikTok trends as the scroll stopper, and then we would go into a completely net new concept. So even taking like a little bit of it where it is leveraging like this native appearing trend and having it feature the before and after very quickly, just to showcase the products at least, because I know before and after for like health and wellness is a lot harder to do, but for beauty it works. And then going into like a net new concept,
Nice.
if that makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense. Bruce Almighty typing challenge.
Oh, yes. I know this one.
Is it using the actual
So
Bruce
that's the
Almighty clip?
thing, is it is copyright. I know that there are other ways to get around it. Like I actually almost did something with a client where I almost hired someone on Fiverr to mimics someone's voice. It's like a very distinctive actor's voice who has like a deep voice. I'm trying to
Oh,
remember.
is it the Marlboro Man guy?
I'm not sure, but I feel like there are, if you're like doing the creative strategy and you know you have a budget for a client, I feel like there are creative ways to recreate it. But yeah, I would say that's definitely not copyright free.
Was it
Beige Flag
Sam Elliott?
Confessions, though, that one could work.
Was the voice Sam Elliott?
I think so.
He's got that like big mustache and he talks like this. He's the former Marlboro Man.
Oh, how funny.
Great. He's like the voiceover
But there are
actor.
people out there who can mimic those voices. So if there's also a trend,
Totally.
I don't,
I've done that.
yeah, I think the worst you could get is like a cease and desist just because it's
But
like
it's only if
mimicking.
you're like really like nobody like Ford, like all the car companies use a Sam Elliott like fake. They all
Yeah,
do the Sam Elliott voice, but
that's
it's not
true.
actually Sam Elliott.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just an imitation. Like he doesn't have a copyright on his voice, you know, other than if it's actually like if you were AI cloning it. So okay, Bruce Almighty challenge. We kind of know what that is. You could maybe film it yourself though. You could go and like, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it really drives it home. Beige flag confessions. Share lighthearted confessions or amusing anecdotes about beauty routines using text overlays with Jouer products subtly featured in the background.
So not having it subtly featured in the background, but I think the beige flag trend in general could definitely be leveraged.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Oh, do you want to see the example?
No, I was trying to read the why I'm single one.
Oh, why I'm single theme. Create humorous content around relatable beauty mishaps or bold makeup choices, tying it back to the theme of independence and self-expression. I'd be curious what the example is.
I know, same. I realize that I'm like not on every side of TikTok,
Oh,
obviously.
see, this
So
person did the
Olivia
the
Rodrigo.
oh yeah. I don't know her that well. I'm not in it like the other
I'm just
kids.
teasing you.
Hello, fellow kids. But like she's doing the like she's doing it. It's not using like the clip from the movie.
No, but it's the sound.
Oh, it's a sound.
Yeah. There's no clip involved. It's you're mimicking it, like you're doing
You could find a
the
stock sound of
some
yeah.
some things
Actually,
take a
I'm
little bit
pretty
more
sure.
effort. It's just a matter of how far you're willing to go, also the client's willing to go, and the budget's willing to go
Right,
because
totally. Sounds like a lot of work. Shake it. Oh wait, what's the one we were looking for? We were looking for
I think the trends specifically, like not to say you can't leverage trends and ads because you obviously can. And like I've used trends and ads so many times, but I feel like this is also great. I feel like a lot of our resources are only ever for UGC ads, but from like an organic social standpoint, I think that this will also help creators who create organic UGC.
mhm. So why don't we just take one of these that we do think works for
So I think honestly, the Bird's Eye View dance party can definitely be used as a scroll stopper. I feel like we could totally do that. I think it's like such a cool trend. I saw doctors do it in a surgery room and it
oh,
was
that's
so
fun.
cute. So I feel like there's a creative way. I would obviously need a little bit of effort to like think about it, but like I'm sure there's a creative way to leverage the trend and have it be, you know, if it's for early Black Friday, Cyber Monday, they're just like with their products or
Yeah.
they're like putting on their lip gloss for a new product or, you know,
All right, so let's do that. So let's say let's move forward with concept 1.
I wish I could find it. It was so cute.
I like the idea of a girls' night out. It should only be in a single location, and we can use text on screen with music from Artlist and not feature any voiceover. Right, there probably wouldn't be any voiceover in the concept.
So the only
Please.
thing is we would also, this is where Artlist comes in super handy, is finding a song that can also be like mimicked, just because it does have a song that's used.
What's a specific song?
Yeah, let me send it. I found the video that I thought was so cute.
There's a lot of hip hop on Artlist though.
Oh, for sure. And
There's like
people,
a
I feel
ton
like
of
you
hip
hear
hop.
copyright free music and you think like boring corporate. Artlist is actually, you know what, while we're talking about it, I'm going to send this in the chat for anyone that is interested in trying out Artlist. I have a discount with them. But I've been using them like exclusively since 2018, I want to say. I love 2017. I love their music.
Oh wait, we should say since it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, baby, we should
Yes.
say this should promote a Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal. Cool. Something like that. Let's see what it does. It's creates to capture the spirit of girls' night out. No. I think it missed the concept. Let's move forward with concept one. Where was it? Bird's eye view dance party. I'm gonna get rid of the. I like the idea of a girls' night out. I think that confused it. Sweet. So let's see. A group of friends enters, each holding different jouet products. They start to dance in a circle, the camera capturing the scene from above. Get ready for Jouet's Black Friday bash. Each friend takes turns stepping into the center, quickly applying a Jouet product. The camera captures the transformation from above, showcasing the product's ease of use and effect. Unbeatable deals on your favorite beauty picks. So yeah, it kind of has like a little script here you could kind of run with and be like,
Yeah.
okay, they're dancing in a circle. Maybe they're applying makeup in the circle.
I like how they're like, do this for 30 seconds. Like, this is definitely like a 10-second ad, probably
Totally.
15-second. But it's great for, I would say, like a product or a brand like Jouet, where they already have brand awareness. They're a very well-known beauty brand. So the people who are being targeted with Jouet Cosmetics ads, they already know who Jouet is. So they're a brand that can almost get away with like more like awareness campaigns and still get conversions.
So yeah, I mean, like, even for this case, really, it's the concept that you want. You're like, oh, bird's eye view dance party. That's a great idea to pitch the client.
Yeah.
Done.
Or if they're like, come to me with a variety of trends for us to implement into our strategy.
Here's
All
the
of a
latest,
sudden, you
and
can bring all of these.
yep, and it's kind of given a bent on them that you can already pitch the like. Here's the bent for your brand.
Exactly.
So
That's
since we're
awesome.
already at an hour, I'm just gonna kind of hurry up through the last one. So there's one more here. And it's conduct market research on a brand or product. And so essentially this is I felt like this was important because sometimes you're looking at possible clients, you don't know what to think about them, and you kind of just want to get like a download. So I'll say there's a brand that I'm working with at an agency called Heatwave. It's a sunglass. It's a new sunglasses company. I think their website is. Let me just give it the website so it gets the right one.
Yeah, because it's kind of a very
Generic name.
Ooh, these are a new client of yours?
They're not my client all the time, but I have worked on them for stuff.
You got a discount code?
Actually, I don't know if I do. They're pretty sick. They got sick stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like a really small company, but they have all these big, they're doing really well. So, cool. So, I gave it the name of the brand. It's going to look it up and it's going to produce a, little overview with like some competitor analysis or some, just like thoughts on what the brand is, how it markets itself. Yeah,
This gets me so excited from like a time conservation standpoint. I feel like this goes back to working
totally.
smarter, not harder. And I mean, even for me before UGC Buddy, just the general ChatGPT 4 helped expedite my like strategy aspect, whether I'm doing like a UGC concept or like actually operating as the creative strategist. Yeah, definitely. It's I'm excited to also see for anyone that's watching this, if you ever use it and you're like, wow, like this specifically was incredible. I know Marta yesterday had posted a TikTok video talking about it. I would love to just like hear about your personal experience using it. So whether it's like posting it in the Discord community, which is ugcsocial.community, or posting a TikTok video and tagging me, I would just like love to see how you're leveraging UGC Buddy.
Yep. And if there's ever any like anything you want out of the box or you've gotten a really good prompt from it, obviously like hit us up and we'll just add it to the buddy. I could keep adding after I just show you this really quick. I'll just show you under the hood how
Ooh.
you make your own and you know, obviously you could make your own UGC buddy for yourself. Or come to us and say like I want it to be able to do X and we'll just add a prompt for it. So I said Heatwave. It's a sunglasses company. Here's the link. Gave me a brand overview. Heatwave Visual is a California-based independent eyewear brand known for its highly visual range, variety of products, unique selling points.
Wow.
Heatwave stands out for the market for fully customizable products. Customers can mix and match lenses, arms, and frames. They've introduced fully floatable sunglasses, which are particularly beneficial for those prone to losing glasses in water.
What? Cool.
Company's objective has been to expand its reach across the U.S., targeting both existing customers and new clientele. So it looks like an agency that they worked with did a case study. So now I can get all the information from the case study.
That's
Look at
cool.
that. It's great. They aim to create nationwide buzz, a multi-pronged marketing strategy. So it picked up that information. Brand origin and development. Great. So then I said, can you please find competitors and list differentiators?
Ooh.
So it gave me some pretty big. It's a big market. So you know, it listed these. We all are familiar with most of these. I don't know what Costa Del Mar is, but I'm sure it's a big company. Differentiators for Heatwave, customization, floatable, and then obviously the style is very unique. Like
That's
you can get that.
awesome.
So then all of a sudden, I could say, please export to a document. And then it'll create a Word doc for me. And I could use that, you know, in any way I need. And I add that to a file folder somewhere, you know. Yeah. So now I have that information.
Wow. I'm so
Uh,
excited to use this because I have a client where I do advisory level creative strategy.
mhm.
And the reason why they brought me in was because they have a hero product. So, like a breadwinning product that makes them tons of money, but the product itself is not really on brand for this company. And so they hired me to do what is create new winning funnels, creating new hero products. And my first step that I have to do is brand market analysis and become familiar with, okay, this SKU specifically is in direct competition with whoever. So I'm definitely going to be using that when it comes time.
I don't need to show you guys the document. I feel like you've already. Oops. You've already seen what it looks like.
Yeah.
But all the information's there. So before we end, I just want to make sure I show you what is under the hood for these, so you can start making your own, because I think that's important to skill to know. So what you're going to do, so obviously this is me editing it, but I go to explore on my ChatGPT, and then I could do create a GPT, customize a version. So then it will bring you to a blank draft. But in this case, I'm going to show you what's under the hood for this one. Oops. Edit GPT. So it just so you know what you're looking at, on here is this thing called GPT Builder. You can essentially use the chat interface to change the back end here. But to be honest, I think it's actually kind of not great at doing anything that you want it to do. So I just recommend just going in here and doing it yourself. Don't waste your time. So essentially what we have here in the instructions is I gave it information about, like, at least some of the key things that, like, Kelly and I know on a daily basis is using the direct response formula, being able to change the formats like hook stacking, lead with social proof for retargeting campaigns, or various other strategies depending on what the creator's testing for. So it's thinking already in terms of, okay, there's these pieces of a script I have to think about. I have to add them together, and they could be interchangeable. And then, you can add other instructions so that, like, if somebody asks for something, you do X. Like in here, I include 5 to 10 alternate hooks when you write a script. So a lot, sometimes you have to ask again. Like, I think previously it didn't do it, but you can kind of work on it to make sure that you know how to prompt it to do so. And then obviously there's little things that you can add here as well that are like, be clear and concise. Things like try to speak in a certain tone of voice, or like in a certain perspective. That's all good information to put here. And then here are those conversation starters. So you can see I can't format that, but so that's why it looked as ugly as it does when you press the button. But all that information is here, and you can add, and like, if you find there's certain things you want to change to the prompts that you love, like start, adding to these, changing them, optimizing them, and then you can obviously keep adding more. I don't know what the limit is, but you can keep adding these conversation starters, but they're really just like, it's like a prompt bank.
So cool.
And then on the back end here, we have, some knowledge bases. So some of these are for specific questions that, I think people might ask for. And I think what helps is actually changing the title of the document. I don't know if I can look at these, but changing the title of the document so that when somebody says something or you say something, it will automatically know, hey, that document might be relevant to this. So the title is actually really important for the knowledge base and the way it works. If not, the exact title and you say, look at this document. So that's something we're continuing to add to this. And I think it'll take some time to figure out the best ways to title those documents, so it's always referencing it at the right times. But this is like the back end. There's a lot of data in all this that's really positive. And then so when you create your own, because I hope you do, a couple key things to make sure you turn on is web browsing, and then code interpreter allows it to export documents, and it also allows it to write, I think, longer than the maximum. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I've noticed it ends up writing longer when I keep a code interpreter on. So always make sure you use code interpreter, even if you're just using regular GPT, which I actually don't know. I think it's on by automatically now, or I don't know how that works now since they changed everything. But yeah, so that's basically it.
That's awesome. And I know the last part is kind of, like a bigger beast in and of itself. So as
Sure.
things progress, if you guys ever have any questions when it comes to building your own agent, I know Shane would be more than happy to help you guys with that. So if you ever
For
have
sure.
any questions, obviously you can reach us in the Discord community, which is ugcsocial.community. This is where you can ask us any questions. Also, in the chat, I know a few people had asked, how do you gain access to our Facebook group? The Facebook group is specifically for anyone that has purchased the UGC Blueprint. And so this group was created just so anyone who's invested into the UGC Blueprint is able to ask any questions along their journey for myself or anyone else who has invested into the Blueprint to have that like open dialogue. And then outside of that, obviously, we always have these weekly trainings every Saturday at 10 a.m. PST. Sometimes they're on Sundays, sometimes they're on Fridays, but obviously most of the time they are at 10 a.m. on Saturdays PST, 1 p.m. EST. And then I believe the only other question that hadn't yet been answered was I know Mark had said that Mark had actually asked above. I don't know where the question went. Oh, here it is. So he had said, what do you guys use for your thumbnails? They're so
Oh,
catchy. And I said, oh, thank you, Mark. It's all Shane. He's an incredible graphic designer. And so something to keep in mind, Shane, is, Mark raised a really good point, which is, would you ever do graphic design training? I'd love to learn and practice in my graphic design skills, or maybe you might have some YouTube recommendations or people I should watch.
oh, that's great. Yeah. I'm just going to show you real quick. This is kind of what I do. I use Figma. And I just take Kelly did this photo shoot. So I have a whole bank of them. And so every time I need to make a new thumbnail, I try to use a new image from her photo shoot. And then I crop it out. And then I just use the same big bold text and then just kind of throw in some like, something fun like emojis, or I use Envato for certain things. But yeah, I just use this and then I have a whole bank, and then I can just kind of copy certain formats. And then, if I'm, want to like try and copy something else, I can, and it's just all there, and I can access all the assets from the cloud. So I don't have to like save the files somewhere. It's all in Figma.
So one thing that I've also been wanting to do is learn Figma because I barely even know Photoshop. I mean, I'm definitely not a graphic designer by any means. I work on statics and GIFs, but like I'm the strategy behind it. I'm not the actual person that's creating the static. Um, but it'd be cool to even do like maybe an intro session to Figma maybe one of these days, just because
Yeah.
I know like UGC creators are now getting to a point where they're like, well, how do I maximize my income and my opportunities? And it is having more skill sets. And that is, the perfect example is like both Shane and myself. Like I'm a direct response video editor by trade, creative strategist, previously creative director, director of creative strategy, UGC creator, voiceover actor. Same goes for Shane, just very versatile when it comes to his skill sets. And it is always better to just, even be a little bit familiar, because if you're working with a graphic designer who is in Photoshop or Figma, it's like, you can actually like have a little bit more of like an in-depth conversation about what they're working on. It's not, it's not like a deal breaker if you don't know this, but I think maybe one of these days we could maybe do a poll in the Discord community and see if that's of interest.
Yeah. I mean, I highly recommend looking at Figma, and specifically, sorry, since we're just talking about AI tools, and Mark, you'd asked about it. I'm just going to show you now, because this is actually the new AI tool that just came out for Figma. It's called it's part of FigJam, which is just like it's like a workshop thought tool. I use it for like leading thought exercises or working
Oh yeah,
through
you did this
problems.
for the UGC blueprint and it was so
Yeah.
helpful.
So I could say like, so they have this new AI that's really cool. And I could say, um, let's design a sales funnel for a B2C cosmetics brand. I don't know what your use case might be, but like you sometimes need to think through problems, and uh, it can essentially create, um, hopefully it'll show you. If not, I'll show you what I did with Kelly. This is not it. How funny. It actually came up with a strategy for
Whoa.
going to market with on social for a cosmetics brand. Okay, so it's not
Wow.
that great yet, but this is a tool you should use. And if I could just find, let me see. Oh, so like this was for this was for like an app that I was working on, like thinking about for us for UGC social. And so like you can create these huge wireframes um talking about like which way things go, and you can kind of it's a great way to just think through things. And especially if you're in a team, or maybe at work, maybe you work at an agency or something, it can be super helpful to think through those problems together. And you can set music and time, and you can have all your information in one place and see everybody. So highly
Ooh,
recommend trying to
we
use it.
have to do a training session on this because I want to
Totally.
just do like an in-depth overview. Because ultimately it comes down to like the more tools you know, the more kind of like valuable you are as that creative contractor.
Yep.
So definitely we'll have to definitely pick this
Yep.
conversation back up.
Yeah, we
But
will.
thank you guys so much for joining this. I am so excited for you guys to gain access to, again, this free resource by just going to ugcbuddy.com. And then outside of that, if you aren't already a part of our Discord community, go ahead and go to ugcsocial.community to gain free access to this collective group of UGC creators, creative strategists, video editors, creative contractors, to basically ask any questions you have along your journey. And then the last thing is, we are planning for a release of the creative strategy course come December 1st. So if you haven't already submitted your email, go ahead and do so you can be notified once we launch it. And upon launch, when you submit your email, you will be notified with a discount code. So that is the only way you'll gain access to a discounted rate for the course, is by submitting your email at stan.store/UGC social.
We're going to be working really hard today on that, aren't we?
Yes, we are. I'm gonna need lots of coffee and some body doubling by sitting down with me at the
Yep.
downstairs kitchen
Getting
table
it done.
for accountability.
Yep. So thank you all so much. Love you all for coming and being so supportive and positive. And let me know if you have any questions about ChatGPT.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday.